Welcome to Quality Branding Hub. The channel is for the quality control engineer, site engineer, and the civil engineer who are working in the construction field. In this channel, we are dealing with anything and everything which is required to get success in the construction. Today also, I'm going to discuss about a very important topics in the construction. Rather, it's about the concrete, and it is a special type of concrete, that is self compacting concrete. So there are different types of self compacting concrete available as per the use or as per the requirement. So what are the different types of self compacting concrete available in the industry, that I will discuss each and everything in detail. So stay tuned until then to get the full information. And if you are new in my channel, kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon, so that whenever I upload a new video, you will get immediate notification. So without wasting time, let's jump into the subject, that is different types of self-compacting concrete. Now, what is self-compacting concrete? What is the properties of self-compacting concrete? I have made a detailed video. If you want to know more about this, link is there or in the description. Please check. You will get the full information about the self-compacting concrete. So I'm not going into that details, but for the purpose to know what is self-compacting concrete, that is, its flow through its own weight and consolidated without any external vibration. So in the normal concrete, we need to use the vibration to remove the air voids or the consolidated the concrete, but the self-compacting concrete, it is flow under own weights without the segregation of its raw material, and it vibrates by its own. So that is why no vibration is required. That is why it's called the self compacting concrete. So that is today discuss what are the different types of self compacting concrete. First is the powder type self compacting concrete. So before that, I just want to know that the concrete guideline is that FNERC guidelines, that is the European guidelines, that has given very beautifully about the self compacting concrete, and in it describe each and everything about the self compacting concrete. So if you want to know more, go for this FNERC guidelines. And what is the IS code for self compacting concrete? That is IS 10262. That is the guideline for how to do the concrete mix design. So I'm not going on to details how to do a mix design for the self concrete. I have made a detailed video on that. Link is there or in the description. Please check. You will get full information in step-by-step procedure how to do the mix design for the self compacting concrete. Now, there are different types of self compacting concrete. First type is powder type self compacting concrete, that we are sometimes called PTSCC, powder type self compacting concrete. What's that? The definition or the description it shows, this type of SCC is made using increased powder concrete. See that what is the powder content? Powder content is cement, fly ash, silica fumes, etc., and also the finer particles in the fine aggregate, that is also considered as a powder. So it to enhance viscosity and the cohesion. So it is mainly play with the powder content of the mix. It's not playing in the other part of the, but it's playing in the powder content of the mix and to make a homogeneous and suitable mix. So the is using increased powder content. So what is the mixed resin criteria? It is what I am saying, that is exactly not you have to follow this, just for the guidelines, but as per the project requirement or as per the project specification and the IS code specification, it can vary. But for the general purpose, we can say the powder material can be 500 to 600 kg per cubic meter, includes fly ash or silica fumes. Water powder ratio is 0.3 to 0.4 power. Super plasticity doses maybe is 1 to 2.5%, and no viscosity modifying isn't generally required. So another thing is that in the self compacting concrete, to modify the viscosity and modify the thixotrophic effect, we use the viscosity modifying agent. But when we are considering only the powder type, we are not using any viscosity modifying agents, only we are playing with the powder content of the mix. And what is the area of use? In the precast concrete, architectural element, structural element with dense reinforcement, in that area we are using this powder type self compacting concrete. The next is the viscosity modifying SCC. Now here is a catch. Before that, we are saying we are not using any viscosity modifying agent. Why viscosity is important in the self compacting concrete? Because it is flow under its own weight, and it should be homogeneous throughout the operation. So that is why the thixotrophic effect is very much important, and that is why the viscosity modifying agent is playing a very crucial role in the VMA SCC mix. We are using the viscosity modifying agent to make it a thixotropic effect and also flow in a very dense area. So what is the viscosity modifying SCC? That is, this type use a viscosity modifying agent or the admixtures to enhance cohesion and avoid segregation, especially in house environment or with lower fines content. So as per the requirement about the environment content, or where we cannot use the fine part, that is the first type, that is the powder type, maybe powder type is a restriction is there. So why this viscosity modifying admixture is playing a very crucial role. That is also, it's a 400 to 500, 0.33 to 400, super for medium high, and the was VMA added, that is a cellulose based or synthetic polymer, that is a viscosity modifying agent. And what is the dose? That dose is also to be finalized as per the project requirement or as per the IS code guidelines or the IFNAR guidelines. That is the main guidelines. This IFNAR that is very beautifully explain each and every points. And where we can use long pumping distance, so hot weather concreting, and areas where quality control is difficult. So in that area, we are using this viscosity modify SCC. So what we discussed, the powder type, that we are increasing or playing in the powder content, but we are not using any viscosity modifying agent. And another type is viscosity modifying SCC, that we are using VMA admixture to enhance the cohesion and the thixotropic effect. And next is the combined type SCC. That means what we are playing in the uh, powder content also, and we are also adding the VMA, or that is the viscosity modifying admixture as per the requirement. And that self compacting concrete is called the combined type SCC. So what's that? Use moderate powder concrete combined with VMA to balance economy, flowability and stability. Say for example that you cannot manage the powder content whatever mentioned in the code. Maybe if you want to do the mix design, it is exceeding, sometimes it's exceeding in the self compacting concreting, but it's exceeding how much that your concrete cannot be flowable and concrete cannot get the strength. So that is why you need to add also that time viscosity modifying agent for the cohesions, for the avoid segregation and for the thixotropic effect. So combine both, you can make the concrete as per your the requirement. That's called the combined type SCC. It is, now what is the criteria? That is also, it's not the criteria just for the example, but that has to design as per the requirement. And super plasticizer medium to high, and VMA required to moderate doses. And where we can use that one, mass concrete pours, general construction, infrastructure projects like tunnel, dams, in that area where precision and the quality control is at most, and where there is a restriction to use the powder content and we cannot play on the powder content. And that time we need to introduce this VMA along with the powder content criteria, that called the combined type SCC. So this is also a very useful in the concrete this area, as I told, the mass concrete pour, general constructions and the infrastructure projects like tunnel and dams. So what we discussed already, the powder type self compacting concrete, viscosity modifying self compacting concrete, and the combined type. Then high strength SCC, that is usually generally saying that is self compacting concrete more than 60, but the ICE code has said the which is more than 65, that will be considered as high strength concrete. That is the strength of the concrete is become more than 65, it's called high strength concrete. So whenever we are producing high strength concreting, that is become the self compacting concrete. So means design criteria, that is also as per requirement for the projects and as per the IS code guidelines. And VMA optional, maybe you want to use or may not be. And where we can use high structure, long span bridges, precast segment, there where is high strength concrete is required, that times also we can use high strength self compacting concrete. Last but not the least, that this lightweight is nowadays the lightweight concrete is very much important because it reduces the load on the structure, so the design become flexible and design become economical. So that is why the lightweight concrete is there. So what is lightweight concrete and how to make a lightweight concrete and what is the criteria, I have made a detailed video, link is there or in the description. Please check, you will get the full information about the lightweight concrete. So in the same way we can produce lightweight self of concrete that is aggregates to expanded clay or pumice or reduced density. So what is the criteria for the production of the lightweight concrete, that also we can enhance in the self compacting concrete also, so to get the more workable place. So where it can be used, this is a retrofit structure, floating concrete structure and thermal insulation layers. So here is also we can use the lightweight self concreting concrete. It's not about the all, there may be other, there may not be, there's a research and development is there, so there may be other type of self compacting concrete can be produced or can be developed. But as of now, what I discussed, that is a powder type self compacting concrete, viscosity modified self compacting concrete, combined type, that is including powder plus VMA, then high strength, then the lightweight. So these are all about the different types of self compacting concrete. And again, if you want to know more about self compacting concrete and the mixed design, link is in the description box. Please check, you will get all the information about the properties, about the mixed design criteria. And if you know anything more about quality control and construction, please let me know, I will come with more content like this. And I'm waiting for your valuable comment, so that from your valuable comment everybody will be benefited. And if you like this, please like, share and subscribe my channel. And thank you once again for watching me.